Good morning and welcome to another day of science. It is the 1st of February. We made it to February. That's fun. That's good news. So it's Monday, February 1st. This is your Monday walkthrough video. Week 2 has been posted. Let's jump right in. You'll see there's a Monday folder. Here's what we need to do on this wonderful Monday. Watch the Monday walkthrough video. You're doing that. Read the page titled Igneous Rocks and complete the Igneous Rocks quick check. I can explain how igneous rocks are classified. Students will read the igneous rocks slideshow and look at some samples of different types of igneous rocks, and I will be successful when I've scored at least 6 out of 8 on the quick check. Think back to last week, we just sort of introduced the rock cycle and the 3 different types of rocks and just sort of some basic information about igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. This week we will look closer at igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. So Monday is Igneous Rock Day. In here, you will see there'll obviously be the walkthrough video to watch, a page titled Igneous Rocks, and then the quick check for when you are ready for it. The Igneous Rock page is pretty straightforward. There it is, a slideshow about rocks. Let's preview it real quick, shall we? Talking about igneous rocks, a description of how they're formed. We break them into 2 groups, intrusive or extrusive, depending on where the solidification takes place, where the lava or magma solidifies. Intrusive rocks are formed inside the earth. See that? Intrusive inside the earth. Pretty nice connection there. So it's when magma cools down, and they tend to have larger crystals. See some examples here: pegmatite, diorite, gabbro, granite. Some classic igneous rocks. So these are intrusive. They form magma cools down inside the earth with larger crystal size. Then we have extrusive igneous rocks. They form outside the earth. They form when lava has exited the earth, extrusive. So it's cooling down lava outside the earth. And they tend to have smaller crystal sizes, form where like volcanoes will be erupting, that kind of stuff. A couple of nice examples on here as well. Obsidian, you're probably familiar with, called volcanic glass sometimes. Pumice, a very light rock, one of the only rocks that can float. And basalt, scoria, sometimes called lava rock. So some pretty great examples there. We also divide them up based on their texture. So 3 terms we'll use here. Aphanitic. Aphanitic texture is rocks that have very, very small crystals that cannot be seen by the eye or even by like a magnifying glass. You just look at it and it just looks like a solid rock because the crystals are so incredibly small. Next texture is called phaneritic. These ones have larger crystals that you can see with the unaided eye, with the naked eye. Sometimes called coarse-grained, but these will be like mostly these are your intrusive igneous rocks. And then the third type of texture is called porphyritic, and it's when you have a mixture of small grain and large grain. So you can see in this sample right here, you've got the darker colored rock, which is really small grains, but we can see these lighter color rocks, these minerals in here with some larger crystals. So 3 textures: aphanitic, small grained; phaneritic, large grained; and porphyritic, a mixture of large and small. And then last way in which we classify igneous rocks is based on their composition, what they're made out of. And we split this into 2 groups. Mafic rocks are rocks with 65% silica, and they are darker in color, and usually a little bit heavier. Their specific gravity is higher, so they feel denser in your hand. And then felsic rocks, as you can clearly see, felsic rocks are lighter in color, and they're typically less dense, have a specific gravity less than 3.0, and so they'll feel a little bit lighter in your hand. So there's different ways we can classify them based on their composition, but that composition ends up looking like different colors. So mafic and felsic. All right, so that was a quick preview. Hopefully you take some time and look at it a little bit closer on your own. But when you are done with that, then you just need to go down and take the Igneous Rocks quick check. Dun, da, 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 da. Quick little preview here. It's out of 8 points. You get 2 attempts. Always get your best attempt. Take your time. Use the information from the slideshow. So some real quick questions. How are igneous rocks formed? Difference between intrusive and extrusive. Match the correct texture with the correct description. And then, whoop, I just got, wrong. I pushed a button. There we go. And then last question. Let me get back to it real quick. There we go. Last couple questions. Difference between mafic and felsic, and why are intrusive and extrusive rocks different as far as why do their crystals grow larger? So the information in the slideshow should be able to get an easy 8 out of 8 on that quick check. All right. As always, let me know if you'll have any questions. Have a wonderful day. Good luck. Bobolik out.